Cutting some new video right now that I hope to show you here in a second is what the governor was talking about a little bit, which is people took too long to get out. You know, and we see that from time to time. People understandably want to stay with their property. They don't want to leave. But look, this is what happens. And you can see this home fire looks like it started in the garage and then just started to significantly spread. And what is the issue here is you don't see any fire crews. There aren't fire crews to come put these fires out right now because there are so many fires burning in so many places that the fire crews are just spread too thin. So if you stick around and your house catches fire, there's a very high likelihood that there won't be anybody there to put it out, at least not effectively. And what's going to happen is the fire department will then deem it unsalvageable, unsavable, and they'll move on to the next one that maybe they can save, or they'll move on to another home that maybe has somebody in it. So this is kind of unfortunately the situation that we are just seeing over and over and over again as this plays out here across the the Pacific Palisades area. You see fire crews finally were able to get to it, and you know what I noticed that's different about this situation as well too here is that the this is not a neighborhood where you see a lot of it's bright, it's sunny. You don't see a lot of that thick smoke, and that's part of these ember casts that then shoot out and get caught up in these other homes here. So
is at the Getty Villa, and that's right off PCH, Tom. How's it going out there? Is that structure safe?
It is impossible to tell, Pat, because the visibility here is such a nightmare. You can barely see, just a few yards in front of you. We're right across from the Getty Villa, and you can see the glow of flames and all that smoke there right on the hillside that leads up into the villa. And then, Greg, let's swing over here. You can see just how much flame and fire that firefighters are dealing with here. The conditions are just miserable where we are right now. It is so difficult to breathe, difficult to see. You can see the flames across PCH.
Luke 19:42-44 saying that if you, even you, had known on this day the things for peace, but now they were hidden from your eyes, because days will come upon you, and your enemies will throw up a palisade against you, and encircle you, and confine you from all sides. And they will dash you to the ground, and your children within you. And they will not leave a stone upon a stone within you, because you did not recognize the time of your visitation.
Yeah, we're at the Pacific Palisades Bowl Mobile Estates, David, 16321 Pacific Coast Highway. But to give you some context, as I'm familiar with this area, if you look up on the hill, that's where Ashley is. So where you just were, we're below her, and that home is on fire, one of the homes that Ashley's been reporting on today. So I am just below the bluff along Pacific Coast Highway at the Pacific Palisades Bowl Mobile Estates, which is completely decimated. But David and Ellen, I do want to tell you a little bit about what we've done the last hour or two, because we've been reporting all day from Pacific Palisades, from the Palisades Riviera, covering active firefights. But for the first time, my photographer and I were able to drive in to Palisades Village. I know that some of our reporters have brought images from there, including our Air 7 at different times today. And I know we've seen the destruction from Air 7, but having someone that knows this community, I grew up in that community, my parents still live in that community, I cannot explain the level of devastation that I just saw. My photographer and I are literally numb from driving Sunset Boulevard from Chautauqua to Pacific Coast Highway. I'm not over-exaggerating. It feels like 50 to 75% of Pacific Palisades is gone. That is not an exaggeration. The amount of homes, I mean, we heard 1,000 structures this morning. It's definitely going to be way more than that. The whole business district pretty much is gone. Ralph's Supermarket gone. Gelson's gone. Wow. All the Starbucks on the corner, the Italian restaurant. I cannot explain. I never thought that I'd ever have to cover devastation like this, and the fact that it's my hometown.
Luke 19:42-44 saying that if you, even you, had known on this day the things for peace, but now they were hidden from your eyes, because days will come upon you, and your enemies will throw up a palisade against you, and encircle you, and confine you from all sides. And they will dash you to the ground, and your children within you. And they will not leave a stone upon a stone within you, because you did not recognize the time of your visitation.